It's the morning weather briefing. This is for Tuesday, the 29th of October. This is James Spann. Another dry day today. Temperatures above average this afternoon, but parts of the state, mainly the northwestern part, could see some rain late this week. How much rain? Who gets it? Well, let's take a look at all the new data this morning. This is the upper air look, and we have a ridge in place here across the deep south that will deflect any rain-producing systems initially north and west of the state. We have a trough back in the west. Radar composite around the nation early this morning. Things are pretty quiet. Cooler pockets are in the 50s, mainly over the eastern half of the state this morning. Gadsden 55, Pell City 54, Alexander City 56, Ashland 55, 60s elsewhere. Highs in the upper 70s and low 80s in most spots today. That's almost 10 degrees above average for the 29th of October. On the watch warning map early this morning, we have wind advisories for parts of the nation's midsection. And we have winter storm warnings in effect for parts of Wyoming. Winter weather advisories for parts of Wyoming, Colorado, and Utah underneath the cold trough out west. And maybe some active storms later today out across the Great Plains states in advance of a cold front, parts of Oklahoma, Kansas, and Nebraska. And tomorrow, a more significant severe weather threat all the way from near Austin, Texas, up to Des Moines, Iowa. We have a level 2 out of 5 risk for North Texas, much of Oklahoma, parts of eastern Kansas, western Missouri. And there could be a few isolated tornadoes in that region, which brings to mind the fact that Alabama's tornado season begins at the end of this week on the 1st of November. Alabama's tornado season, November through May, but we expect no severe storms here, at least for the next 7 days. And then on day 3, which is Thursday, have a marginal risk of severe storms across Louisiana and some of the adjacent states into the western half of Mississippi. But again, no severe weather for Alabama and a pretty good chunk of the state's just not going to see much rain for the next 7 days. In fact, this is a look at rain for the next 7 days. Some really big numbers. The bullseye around Tulsa, Oklahoma, Joplin, Missouri, Wichita, Kansas. For Alabama, the better chance of any rain for the next 7 days, north and west of Birmingham. If you're in Florence, around the Shoals, you might see 1/2 to 1 inch. And the bulk of this will be Thursday night and Friday. Huntsville, about 3/10 of an inch. Tuscaloosa, maybe 1/10 of an inch. And again, for Birmingham, Anniston, Gadsden, not looking especially good. Could there be a shower Thursday night or Friday in those cities? Yes, but I'm afraid the better chance of any significant rain will be north and west of there. And south and east of Birmingham, you're pretty much out of luck in terms of rain for the next 7 days. We'll check weather in the tropics. Very quiet across the Atlantic basin. That's the 2-day outlook. However, on the 7-day outlook, we have that area of interest in the Caribbean. The Hurricane Center giving this a 40% chance of this becoming either a depression or storm. And really, the global models don't do much with this at all. That is the probabilistic outlook coming off the European global model, the ensemble. And again, you can see just very low a chance of tropical storm formation. This is the chance of a tropical storm forming. And if anything forms there of significance, most likely that would stay east of the United States and east of the Gulf of Mexico, based on the forecast upper air pattern. We're just not concerned about the Gulf at this point. So let's look at modeling. Model fans. This is the GFS. This is the 06Z run, valid today at 4. High amplitude, big trough in the west, ridge in the east, and we're right under the core of the upper high. So sunny with upper 70s and low 80s today. Tomorrow, low 80s in most spots. And again, as moisture increases, there could be a few isolated showers across the southwestern counties of the state, Mobile, Baldwin, and Washington counties. But again, probably not much rain. Same thing on Thursday. This is Halloween. Maybe an isolated shower near the Alabama Gulf Coast. Most of the state dry, showers and a few thunderstorms to the west around Memphis, back down toward Shreveport. And that surface front will likely bring a chance of rain into the northwestern part of the state Thursday night and Friday. This is Friday coming off the GFS. And again, the chance of showers really on this run confined to the Tennessee Valley. We'll mention a chance of showers down to Interstate 20 on Friday, down to Tuscaloosa, Birmingham, and Anniston. But again, for the southern two-thirds of the state, just nothing. The dynamic support lifting away. Rain amounts on Friday should be light. Saturday looks dry, and we stay warm. Highs around 80. Same thing on Sunday. Sunday, the high will be around 80. We start the day around 60. This is this is Monday of next week, November 4th. Again, no rain. And a week from today, this is Tuesday, November 5th. And it's the same idea. We have a ridge here in the southeastern states and a trough in the western states. And again, that ridge is just keeping the rain-producing systems west of here. But let's keep going. This is out 10 days. This is Thursday, November 7th, and the ridge is beat down. We have a zonal flow, but again, it's still a dry air mass in place. So at some point, we will see rain returning statewide, but the chance of a big soaking statewide rain still not looking good for the next 10 days. Here's a look at rain for Birmingham coming off the European ensemble. And as we always point out, you want to look for the green line on that chart. That's the mean. And it's still over 1 inch. This is between now and the 13th of November, which means there's great optimism here that rain will come back in about 10 to 15 days. Temperatures will stay warmer than average. Highs mostly upper 70s and low 80s through next week, but notice a big drop-off at the end of the forecast period here. Toward the end of next week, on Friday, the 8th of November, and again, this is the national blend of models. This is the ensemble approach. Highs drop into the 60s and lows drop in the 40s. So it will feel much more like November in about 10 days. But this is the long-range outlook, the 8 to 14-day guidance. This is for November 5th through November 11th. And if this works out, temperatures would stay above average. And yes, indeed, we need some rain. Wow. That is Nakalula Falls at Gadsden. And typically there is a roaring waterfall right there. But these photographs were taken yesterday, and I don't even see a trickle. You rarely ever see it just totally dry like that. But again, to me, it's amazing. Despite the lack of rain, the fall colors are looking pretty good across Alabama. This was a drone shot yesterday taken near White Plains over in the eastern part of the state, eastern Calhoun County. And, of course, another glorious sunset last night. Our canine friends love a good sunset, as we all do. And what a time to be on the Gulf Coast. Again, if you were down there, you'd basically own the beach. It was Pensacola Beach last night. This was taken along the Florida Panhandle. And, of course, this time of the year for most of the central Gulf Coast, the sun goes down over the water. So busy days ahead. Today I'm going to be in Winfield, home of the Pirates. Arr! Going to see the kids at Winfield Elementary School, and then I will be at Memorial Park Elementary in Jasper. And tomorrow I'm going to be at Holy Spirit Catholic School. Thursday, going to Mentone. Ooh, yes. Boy, being in Mentone, late October, fall colors couldn't be better. Got a big homeschool group there. And then on Friday, going to be at Sycamore Elementary School over in Talladega County. And then on Saturday, we have a book signing for the first time in quite a while. This week, we're going to be in Trustful, the Three-Eared Rabbit from 10 until 1. And if you've never been to one of these things, you need to come. We, of course, will have all of our books, our children's series. I think it's the most important product we have. It's the Benny and Chipper series for kids. The Wonder of Thunder, Prepared Not Scared, Greendale Tornado. We have All You Can Do Is Pray. That's a book I put together about the generational tornado outbreak on April 27, 2011. Weathering Life, which is my story, and all of the cool weather shirts from Crest Publishers. They're great fun. And hey, it's almost time to do some Christmas shopping here. It'd be a great chance to do that. You got some family members that might be weather geeks. So again, the Three-Eared Rabbit and Trustful, Saturday from 10 to 1. And, of course, we invite you to watch us on television this evening, ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and God bless.